Welcome back to another weekly forecast. Very excited to get into this week's trading opportunities with you. Be sure, if you haven't already, be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. I love bringing this content to the channel because it's real time, what you can apply right away. Yes, theory and information is good, but seeing how those ideas play out in real time, it changes everything, changes you as a trader too, to know that you still have the discipline to show up week after week, and you deserve to earn a living from this beautiful craft of trading. So let's talk about it. Let's get into our charts. We're going to start with forex pairs, and we're really going to do more of a deep dive on oil when we get to oil, and of course US 30. So let's start out with AUD USD. One of the things in studying the markets that I would always pay attention to is how the markets respond to the moving averages. So currently, this is the 20 moving average. We're looking at the daily chart, and keep in mind the information that we're talking about is typically going to be a longer term projection. It's not necessarily going to be something that you would want to scalp on a lower time frame unless it's in agreement with the long-term time frame. So seeing how this market literally pulled up to the 20 moving average, closed at the 20 moving average rather, pulled higher, but then when it got done, it closed. And so each candlestick, and this won't be like a candlestick analysis course or lecture, and if you are needing courses, we do offer not only do we offer an empowerment challenge where you can start the process of learning the mechanics of trading. Our most popular course is the ultimate blueprint for holding trades overnight. So we really go deep into the fundamentals of having the confidence, the skill, and a plan for holding your trades overnight. So you can certainly check the links in the description to find more information on those courses. So the 20 moving average, is it a coincidence that the market closed at this price on Friday? Perhaps not. Is it a coincidence that when this candle fell, the market pulled back to the 20? Perhaps not. And so keeping that in mind, now that we are under the 20, technically we should be looking at a downtrend. And then especially how the moving average is good enough, it may be something to participate in. If it's an engulfing candle or some sort of candlestick formation, you would allow that to finish, because on a longer term perspective, if the market is going to fall from here, once it passes a couple of levels in here, this is a good target. I mean, again, this is a long term play. So it could take months. It could also be something that happens very quickly. Now, let's just say, for instance, hey, maybe it's going to go up. Let's go to the weekly really quick. Could potentially be headed higher, right? So let's say the market does none of that and breaks the high of the previous week, breaks the high of the week prior, then you would see some sort of continuation, because these candles here combined, if it was really going to go down, this candle should not have created a higher high on the weekly perspective, right? So again, if it does break those levels, then this would be the level to consider here. Okay, so part of higher time frame analysis, just to mix that in, I wouldn't jump in right away. There's no immediate price action signal. GBP AUD. Now we were looking at that one. I don't know if you recall, we were talking about this one back here when it popped up, and how when it came up to the 20, again, coming up to that moving average, holding at that moving average, and then it gapped down on Friday. But when it touched down, it looks like it's pulling off of this area where the market had to power through. And so is this going to be, let's see, we can get rid of this for now because we've already proven if we get some sort of bullish candle on this one, then we've justified that this is a valid level, right? To take the market higher. And then from there, started to a certain degree where, and it's similar to like, think about what we were looking at on AUD USD, right? You see that? You see how the market is under the 20. And so this is GBP CHF. So the market fell under the 20, pull back, some sort of indication that it wants to go down, and then boom, continues down. Perhaps, right? Perhaps. Now, nothing to see here. Again, I don't see my direct next move. This is interesting. GBP JPY, she's been doing her own thing. For me to be interested visually, yeah, and go back down. Right, we had the market kind of tap here, break through, but again, back over here and here, when it left this area, it came down to here, basically where this candle fell. So that's something that we would wait on, but again, nothing immediate. GBP NZD was just, oh my God. And so I remember when we got in, to be quite transparent. I believe we got in on this day, if I'm not mistaken. So just get out. And I'm so grateful that we did. And that's why sometimes it's okay to be wrong, but also to just follow your intuition. And I don't normally trade GBP NZD, so to come back and to see these massive drops down like this, I'm like, what for? What was that about? Like, that's wild. That's aggressive. But I'm just glad that I wasn't in it. And I'm glad that I had this level here because that's where we took profits on this day, on Tuesday. And I just never look back. And I don't know what made me, I mean, it really just because the way that this candle gapped down here and really didn't do much, didn't even get higher than this wick, I didn't like that. And so when this day happened, and then it's where it's at, right? But man, isn't that a gorgeous engulfing candle entry? This would be like a sniper entry down here in the trenches. Conservative, or excuse me, aggressive entry here. And then nice little run up. So perhaps, let's see, it's making it, okay. So we broke that, that's nice. That's nice. So where could it go is the question. Interesting. Some wick is some gaps in here. Let's see. So then, yeah, that's interesting. I'm down here, close down here, and then gap up here. That is interesting. USD NOK. We're gonna go back to the daily chart on this guy. So yeah, this one too, look at how it's just going sideways. It's going sideways. And I believe on this one, we pretty much broke even on one of these days because we got in around right here. So even if it does go down, it might stop right here and then turn around. So because when I'm trading, I like to have more space. I don't want this. Like, I would prefer for this to be my risk down here and this be the potential, right? I don't want this to be my risk, even though it is a potentially a 1 to 3, even though visually, right, We could probably drop it down to a smaller time frame. I don't like this space. It's not enough space for me visually, especially because this is a daily chart. I just don't think that's levels where this candle here to me, it's like, why didn't you go down more? So I wouldn't be surprised on Monday to see this candle go higher. And if it breaks above the high, yeah, and then it may turn up. Kind of like, which one was that? Was that CHF? Let's go back really quick. Sometimes they start to look alike, right? The pairs start to look alike, or technical analysis trigger on the daily chart though. Nothing that I see. We're gonna skip US 30 and hop over to crypto. And so here's what I've come to realize about crypto. And the funny thing is, I learned about crypto before I left AT&T. That's when I started trading crypto. And I knew back in 2021 that, and I'm talking about trading. I'm not talking about the use or the utility of stable, that in America, we have some of the greatest salespeople in the world that have the ability to convince us of stories that they've made up in their head, like Bitcoin is going to 1 million. And perhaps it might, who knows? Years ago, that was the time when I remember exactly where I was at. There was a spa and I was in the sauna, and I was talking to my buddy. His name is escaping me right now. I want to say it was Jackson, because that's just what I want to say, because I remember it being a presidential type name. And he might be watching this. Shout out to you, Jackson. And if you're still with me, hey, drop a comment down in the forecast down in the comment section so that I know that you're here, because these forecasts have made people some money over the years. Let me just do it this way. I'm just gonna pop out to the monthly time frame real quick. I won't make you, since around the time that I was having that conversation with my friend in 2021. So here's the thing, this right here, and this is my textbook pattern, the M pattern, right? It just happened to appear on Bitcoin on the weekly chart. And so, and this is 2021, right? That's what I mentioned. So December, this is where I was like, yo, it's not going up. And this is right after it had hit a quote unquote all-time high of 69, 70,000. So, or almost 70,000, hit 69. Let's see, 69. This broker shows it at $69,000, 69,150. So yeah, that was when I told my friends, I was like, yo, especially after this, and then this, and then this came in here, and you can switch it to a line chart to see that M formation, and it just fell. And I mean, obviously it's recovered, but again, if you look at it from like a longer time or longer term perspective, it's just a currency. These are just currencies to trade them. I'm not saying the utility is less valid. That's no different from Google or Microsoft. We don't use Yahoo as much, right? That doesn't mean that the stock is not valuable in some regard. So most of these are flat, and I'm really like, man, did they play me on Solana? Because I did, again, I've said this multiple times, investing in Solana, and I was like, yo, did I get played? Did I get played in this? Because this just looks like meme coin activity. Something's going on that we don't know about. Really quick though, we're going to skip those because they're all flat, nothing immediate to participate in. Let's focus on oil and silver for these last 2 minutes. So we're on the daily chart. Look at oil. I don't think she's going down anymore. So what's going to happen, in my opinion, is this bad boy is going to turn around. Okay, it's going to turn around and set itself up. Okay, let's see here. I want to do 3 on these ATR3. Give me 1 second, and then we're going to talk about this really quick because we have about 30 seconds out. And make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like the video. So yeah, we're at a good level. to turn around. Let's say it breaks above this orange, this $93 and $93 level. It's going back up, baby. Where it could go up from or go up to, back to where it came from. Because why is it down here? It's not supposed to be down there. This is just a sideways movement. It's already shown that it's getting weaker. So I would not be surprised to see this turn completely around, right? And then let's throw the 200 on there just to see. Now it could fall. Now, I mean, looking at that 200 is a ways. It is between those moving averages. It could very well fall, but these candles in here need way more help. So unless there's something big, right, up in here, I would expect it to go higher. And then lastly, silver. She was looking pretty good when I looked at her. No, we just looked at silver. My bad. We already looked at silver. We're good. We're done. We talked about that. You see, still in the same artistic play. Nothing's changed. We talked about that. So thank you for hanging out. Thank you for watching the video. If you think you would benefit from having a one-on-one trading coaching with me, feel free to reach out. You can visit our website at thebillionairetradingclub.com. That information is going to be down below in the description. Check out our one-on-one coachings where we can help you develop a 90-day roadmap to increasing your success in trading. So until the next time, trade safe. Take care. Oh yeah, know that you're loved. All right, peace. Well, hello, welcome back